How's it going, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to my brand new podcast series that I am going to be doing. I haven't done a podcast for my channel in a long time. I did a couple of them back in the day because I got bored, and that was back when the world wasn't so crazy. Right now, I was doing movie reviews. That was pretty fun, but I kind of miss doing some podcasts, so I thought I'd get back into the groove of doing it. But I want to do something different with the podcast that I do. I want it to be about anything that I particularly want to talk about because I want to try and do something different. I want to try and do something that could be fun and entertaining for you guys, but also it gives me an opportunity to express my opinions about certain topics, what I think. And I just think it would be a fun idea to do. And I would like to say at this time right now that for my podcast series, I will not be really covering anything that is going on in the world because I want this podcast, this whole show, this future show, which I'm hoping for, I want this to be a place where you guys can just sit back, relax, and listen to some entertaining topics, some topics that involve movies, video games, television, comic books, because that's what I really do love talking about. And I just want to entertain you guys. I don't want to bring up what's going on in the world because I don't think we all really want to hear about that. I think we want to hear about something fun that can make us smile or laugh, and that's what I want to try and bring to you guys. So for this inaugural first episode being back and starting this brand new show, I wanted to talk about something that came up just recently that I know everybody's kind of talking about right now. And that is the fact that the new live action Mulan film will be releasing in some theaters that may or may not be opened later, I believe in September, I think. But it will also debut on Disney Plus for about an additional $30. Now, guys, let's just cut to the chase right now. I am a ginormous Disney fan. I have Disney Plus. I absolutely love it to death. I think it's an absolutely great streaming service. I think it provides a lot of qualities of entertainment for everybody to enjoy from Disney, Pixar, Star Wars, Marvel, and National Geographic. Now, for a while, I know I said I wouldn't bring up what's going on in the world, but this is mainly for entertainment purposes, so you guys can judge me in the comments below. But I always kind of said to myself that because the world has entered this state, movies, I feel like the movies that are done and are wrapping up production should be releasing in some way, shape, or form. Especially as a movie goer, I like to see new films. There are a lot of films. There are a lot of films this year that I really had high anticipation on seeing, but they got delayed because the world. But I feel like there is a way that these movies can come out and we can enjoy them. And I have thought to myself for a long time, Disney Plus has worked. There are a lot of subscribers to Disney Plus. A lot of people enjoy it. And I thought to myself, well, I think if Disney put in new movies, then people would watch them. I think they definitely would. But I do think that there would have to be some sort of price because obviously, Disney has to make, the company has to make a profit. And I understand that, they need money. And I really do see why they would have to make you pay money to see this new live action movie of Mulan. But the thing that just bothers me is that it is the price. $30. That's more. That's more than a Dolby theater ticket. It's more than an IMAX ticket. Like, that's a lot of money. And I've looked on social media. I've looked at some articles, and people think that it's a good price because it kind of covers. You're paying for the movie, and if you have a family and you're getting snacks, like that's ultimately the cheaper price. And I get that, but it's like for, a person like myself, just one person. I don't have any kids or anything like that, and I usually don't get snacks at the theater. But the kind of money that I pay for just a single ticket for the movies is like, we're talking $5 on a cheap day, $10, $15, and then maybe close to $20. But $30, I just think, oh man. See, and that's the thing too, is like, I want to see this movie. I love the animated version of Mulan, and the trailers for the live action Mulan really had me hyped up. This movie looks like it's going to be a really great action movie. And the way that they incorporated, the songs into music from the trailers, it sounds really cool. It sounds really cool, but I just can't, man, I just don't feel like paying $30 additionally, because, with Disney Plus, you're paying a subscription too, with that additional money, man. And also, there hasn't been any details yet, so this could all change by tomorrow or the end of the week. So granted, this, I could be using outdated information anyway by the time that this podcast comes out, but we don't even know like how it's going to work. Like, okay, you have to pay the $30 to watch this movie. Okay, are we on the time limit? Do we have to watch it within 24 hours? Can we pause the movie? How does it all work? Especially too, because, and this could come up for a topic for another day, but I feel like since we're talking about this fact of Disney movies, Star Wars, Marvel, whatever, coming to Disney Plus, I feel like I have to bring this up too. Like, what do you do for Black Widow? Because Black Widow was supposed to come out early May, and there have been some rumors about it possibly coming to Disney Plus. They're not confirming or denying it at this point, I think. But I guess since I am a humongous MCU fan, I would feel sad about paying $30. But it's the next MCU movie. It's the start of Black Widow is the start of Phase 4. And man, it's just something that I feel like if they lowered the prices of the movie like $20, I would still kind of feel bad. I would think that a more fair price, if they're going to release these new movies on Disney Plus and they're going to have it for a price, personally for me, I think it should be at minimum $10. I think that $10 is about an average ticket for a movie, and you pay the $10 and you can watch it. You have up to 24 hours to watch it. You can pause it. You can do whatever you want to do. You have the 24 hours remaining to watch the movie. I think that is a reasonable price for being able to watch something new. But if they need to increase, if I had to pick like a max, maybe 15 to 20. I feel like 15 is more reasonable, because you can kind of meet in the middle with 30. But I just think that $30, I think that's a little bit too much. I really do. And I know, especially if you have a family with kids and they want to watch it, if you were going to the movie theater, you would probably be paying more than $30 to watch the movie along with snacks too. So in a way, it is a cheap price, but I just don't think so. I really don't. And, because I do want to see this movie. It was definitely on my list of like movies in 2020 that I really wanted to see. But I don't know if I can really truly pay $30 to, watch the movie for a limited time, because, that's a lot of money. Especially, with everything going on, it's a lot of money, man. I mean, God. But I will say this: I want to try, because the one thing I want to do with with the shows, I want to talk a lot about positive things. I really do. Let's talk about the positives of this situation, of the fact that, we can possibly have these new Disney related movies come to Disney Plus. Personally, for me, I think it's the best idea. I think it's the best idea because people watch Disney Plus. They really do. I remember when the new Disney Pixar movie Onward was in theaters for that movie was in theaters for maybe 2 to 3 weeks, and it was already out on Blu-ray within that time, and then they immediately put it to Disney Plus. And apparently, even though I wasn't a big fan of the movie, a lot of people ended up liking Onward. A lot of people liked that movie a lot, and I think for Disney to do that, I think it's a great idea. That way they can continue to, because let's be real here. Let's all sit down, grab your cups of coffee or whatever you're doing while you're listening to this. Let's be real. People are going to pay to see these movies because they are highly anticipated. They are going to be really cool, especially, and let's face it, if it's an MCU related movie, of course we're going to pay to watch it because we got to find out what happens. We like superhero movies. That's what we do. And, I know, and trust me, and I'm not trying to take sides or anything. I'm just stating my opinion, but I know that, people think this is an okay price. And you know what? That is good. That is good that, if people are comfortable with paying that money, hey, good for you. I hope that, honestly, when the movie comes out, congratulations. I really do hope that you enjoy it because I think, with the way that if Disney's going to do this, I think that's fantastic. And I couldn't be more happy because I really do want these newer movies to make a comeback so we can see them because I think personally that's what we need in this time. So, hey, that's good. That's good for you. I hope you guys are happy with that. That's fantastic. For me, I personally just wish that it was a cheaper price. I just think that if it was $10 to $15, I think that would be more than reasonable and I would be all on board. But I am happy to hear that, Disney is going to finally let us see these new movies that we've been wanting to see. Man. Especially because we were also I think we were also supposed to get the next MCU movie, The Eternals, too, but I think that got delayed as well. I don't know if it was because of the virus, but I know that we were supposed to be getting that as well, so that would have been cool too. But but I will say this: if they end up doing the same thing for Black Widow, I would pay. I would pay $30 to see Black Widow because it's the MCU. I gotta see it. And who knows? Maybe by the time that this podcast actually comes out, they maybe reveal some more information about what is going on. Maybe they do a price cut. I'm not sure. But I'm personally hoping that they do because I think it'd be the best idea. But this is a very exciting time, and I'm glad that these movies that we were supposed to see are coming delayed. And I think that's what, these companies should do. I think these companies should find a way to get their movies. I mean, let's face it, streaming services are the new rage these days. I mean, everybody's got at least an account to one type of streaming service, whether that would be Hulu, Netflix, DC Universe, HBO Max, which I'm personally loving at the moment. Maybe that could be a topic for another episode. But everybody's got some type of streaming service because that's just the way of the game. And I feel like if these companies strike a deal to put these new movies on the streaming services, I think it could work. I really do. Especially with HBO Max, I guess I'll just talk about it anyway. With HBO Max, Wonder Woman 1980, was it 84? I think it was 84. Is it 84? I'm gonna check on Google right now. I'm pretty sure it's 84. Okay, I was right. Wonder Woman 1984. Since HBO Max has the right to play and stream DC movies, why can't they put Wonder Woman 1984 on there? And maybe do the same thing that Disney's doing at any price. And then, and I know what some of you are probably thinking right now, like, well, Tim, if, then we have to invest in so many streaming services, then we're just paying for a lot of stuff. Well, yeah, that's the case. But then there's also this. if you don't want to have the streaming service, but you want to see the movie, if you then you could kind of put a little bit of money to the side, pay to have the streaming service maybe for like a month, so that way you can watch the movie, then and then you can just, cancel that subscription. And that's one of the good things about this too, is that you can cancel your subscriptions to these services at any time. So it's like, I know for me, I've been lucky enough to use family and friends, accounts for certain stuff, but you can cancel it at any time, save up your money. Then who knows, if you want to get it again, you can get it again. So there's all sorts of stuff that you can do. But I feel like if movies were to do what Disney is doing, but just make it at a reasonable price, I think that's the best thing we need right now, because I want to watch Mulan, I want to watch Black Widow, Wonder Woman 1984, I want to watch Morbius. No Time to Die, James Bond, been wanting to see that. The Eternals, but then again, that already got delayed. And Godzilla vs. King Kong. That was my highly anticipated movie of this year, and I'm so sad that I have to wait even longer to watch it, because I just want to see a gigantic lizard beat up a giant ape. Oh man, this sucks. But then again, that's just my opinion on the subject. God, I miss movies. But I mean, it's an idea. I personally think it could work, Just have to wait and see what happens, but I'm hoping that within the next couple of days, maybe a couple of weeks, we'll get some more information about what's exactly going on with this whole thing that Disney's doing, and who knows, maybe things will kind of change down the line as well. But that's really all I have to talk about for this first episode of, my new podcast series. I'm not exactly sure what I'm going to call it yet. I think I may just call it the Tim Show. I think that's pretty generic, gets to the point, and I can talk about whatever I want. It's my show. I can do whatever I want and talk about whatever I want. But I want to talk about something that could be interesting for you guys to hear, and something that would be fun for me to talk about. And this is a topic that I definitely wanted to talk about ever since I heard about it, because this is an interesting topic and it is interesting to talk about. But, again, everyone, and again, to stress this, I can't stress this enough. Everyone's got their own opinions on the subject. I get that. Let me know in the comments below what you guys think. I would love to hear what you guys think. Do you guys think that the $30 is a good idea, or do you think it should be cheaper? Let me know. We all have our own opinions, and I respect them 100%. This is just mine. I just think that it should be just a lower price, but I do think the concept of what they're doing is a great idea as well. So thank you all so much for watching my initial first episode. I want to try and do an episode every time that I have a day off from work. So I have a day off today, so that's why I did this episode. And I also have a day off tomorrow. So I'm thinking I may do another episode tomorrow, so be on the lookout on Friday for another episode. I'll try to think of something else to talk about for you guys. And I will keep you guys updated on my schedule for each and every episode, because my work schedule can vary very greatly. But as of right now, you guys can probably expect a new episode to show up sometime tomorrow. So thank you all so much for listening. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Like the podcast. Share it with your friends. Comment. I'd love to hear what you guys think about some of these topics. And even drop a comment down below about some stuff that maybe you'd like me to talk about. If it's something fun or entertaining about movies, video games, superheroes, television, whatever, let me know. I would love to talk about it with you guys and hear about your opinions. So thank you all so much, and I will see you guys in the next episode.